What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about one player every team needs to trade for, and today we're only going to be going over the Eastern Conference teams, and tomorrow we're going to be doing the Western Conference. Check out this new hoodie I got, guys. It's pretty cool. It was actually pretty cheap too, so cool and cheap mixed together. But if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do so. I'm trying to reach 2K before the end of February, so if you could hit that subscribe button, it would really help me out. Let's go ahead and jump right into this one. Alright, here we go. All 15 teams in the Eastern Conference. And first, we got the 76ers. I think the 76ers should try to target Tyreke Evans. The reason being is because he's a one-year rental, pretty cheap player right now. And the Sixers are already kind of in playoff contention right now. They could potentially get the 8th seed or higher. And if the Sixers got a guy like Tyreke Evans, it could possibly take them pretty far in the playoffs. And of course, right now, he's very cheap. And the Sixers have plenty to offer to the Grizzlies that are really needing some help right now because they just need to start the rebuild process very soon. Next, we got DeAndre Gordon. I said DeAndre Gordon. Wow. I don't know why I just said DeAndre Gordon. Anyway, DeAndre Jordan and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks should kind of be in win now mode. They're a good team. They need to get over their woes or whatever they're doing. They were the 8th seed for a while. It's ridiculous. The Bucks just need to be better, and DeAndre Jordan could potentially help that out a lot. A nice young center, or not, he's not young, but a nice center down low with Giannis. Can you imagine? Next, we got George Hill on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it's pretty obvious why George Hill and the Cavaliers need each other. George Hill needs off the Kings, and the Cavs need defense very badly. And I'm not even sure if Isaiah Thomas is going to stay on the Cavs for very much longer, because right now there's just tons and tons of drama between Isaiah Thomas and the Cleveland Cavaliers organization. It just seems like his name's popped up every time. It's just weird. But George Hill and the Cavs really need each other right now more than ever, because they just do. Like, they're in both bad situations. Next, we got Anthony Davis, and it's pretty obvious why. His brother DeMarcus Cousins, not his brother obviously, but I'm just saying his brother, down low, got hurt the other day. Very sad story. The Pelicans were destined for a playoff run, and the Celtics could use a championship run if they were able to retrieve Anthony Davis. That would be a game changer. Just depends what they would have to give up, though, unfortunately. But if you get Gordon Hayward to come back before the playoffs, and Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, that's pretty nasty. Next, we got Detroit Pistons, and no, it's not Giannis. It isn't the guy in the back in Jabari Parker. I think the Bucks could get value for Jabari Parker this season, because you just don't know. Like, I feel like his trade value is where it's at right now, and if he gets hurt again, he's gonna have like 0 trade value. So maybe the Bucks should take advantage of that, but then again, maybe they shouldn't. Maybe they should just hope Jabari Parker can come back and stay healthy. But we'll have to wait and see when that does happen. I cannot wait to see him back, to be honest with you. Next, we got Stanley Johnson. I think the Orlando Magic should trade for him. I think Stanley Johnson needs a new change of pace, new change of scenery. And then the Magic could use a nice young wing and Stanley Johnson. Jonathan Isaac could play power forward or a small forward. You could put Stanley Johnson shooting guard, whatever you want to do, because the Magic are reportedly trying to trade Elfrid Payton, Evan Fournier, or someone else, but they're trying, and Vucevic, I think. I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, the Magic could use Stanley Johnson. Very nice young wing, and he could come out and help. Washington Wizards, Lou Williams, and this is very, very simple. The Washington Wizards have needed bench help for a very, very long time. You could also argue that the Thunder could use him because their bench is bad, but Wizards have been struggling with their bench for a long time, like a long time. When I mean a long time, I mean a long time, because the Wizards bench has not been good for quite a while. So if they're really destined for a playoff run, championship run, Lou Williams is your guy. He comes off the bench and lights it up, man. The Wizards should be all over this guy. Next, we got Jordan Clarkson on the Pacers, and I think Jordan Clarkson and Victor Oladipo backcourt would be deadly in the future. And Pacers fans, if you're watching this, let me know. Do you think Jordan Clarkson could be a potential point guard of the future for you guys? Just let me know what you think. You guys don't like that idea, or let me know, because Jordan Clarkson's a beast. I mean, he's pretty good. He's great off the bench for the Lakers. Imagine a starting role, him and Victor Oladipo in the backcourt. Maybe it would work out, maybe it doesn't. But man, I would love to see those two play together, and I think the Pacers should try to retrieve him. Next, we got Otto Porter on the Nets. Honestly, I think the Nets should try to trade for Otto Porter, because they were very interested in him in the offseason, and now, you know, who knows? Maybe they could trade for him and give the Wizards some bench pieces. I'm not saying this is going to happen. Remember, guys, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying this is one player every team needs to try to trade for, because I just think the Nets and Otto Porter, or Nets could use Otto Porter for the future, if you know what I mean. Next, we got Marc Gasol on the Raptors. And obviously, reason being is the Raptors are simply in win now mode. I feel like for the Raptors, it is win now or never, because their backcourt and DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry aren't getting any younger. And Kyle Lowry's starting to digress a little bit already as it is. Averaging 16 points, I believe, this season or something like that. Very huge drop from what he was averaging last year and the year before that. So I think it's win now mode. DeMar DeRozan is still killing it up, but it's just they're not getting any younger is basically what I'm trying to say. Next, they got Heat with Wesley Matthews. So the Miami Heat right now are actually a really, really good team in the Eastern Conference. I feel like they're not talked about enough. I did a video about them, and a lot of people are liking that video, so that's awesome because I feel like they weren't talked about enough. But simply being, I think the Wesley Matthews could simply help their playoff run. Nice 3-and-D guy. I think he could come out and help. The only problem is his contract's pretty hefty, so I can see why the Heat wouldn't want to do that. But I feel like the Heat and Wesley Matthews could use each other. Next, we got Derek Favors to the Bulls. Derek Favors has already been rumored to go to Chicago Bulls for quite a while for Nikola Mirotic and Derek Favors swap. Honestly, I think Derek Favors could come out and help the Chicago Bulls. Still pretty young. I think he's like 25, 26. And he could shoot down low. He's not a 3 guy. You could have Derek Favors and Lauri Markkanen on the court at the same time, because Derek Favors could play center for you, Markkanen could play power forward, and Markkanen stretches floor, and Derek Favors could dominate down low, whatever you want to do. And they got to try to convince him to resign because he is on a 1-year deal. Next, we got Kemba Walker. And the New York Knicks, I think, should try to be all over this guy. Can you imagine Kemba Walker and Kristaps Porzingis together, man? That'd be absolutely insane. I mean, Tim Hardaway is already having a good year. Courtney Lee is having a good year. All 3 of those guys, big 3 right there. Big 3, big 4, whatever you want to say. I think the Knicks could be in for a potential playoff run if they did trade for Kemba Walker, but I don't think they will, unfortunately. Next, we got Jamal Murray on the Hornets. And the only way I could see that the Hornets get Jamal Murray is if they traded Kemba Walker to the Nuggets. And if that were to happen, because the Nuggets need a point guard. And Jamal Murray is playing very well right now, so it's probably going to be very unlikely that the Nuggets trade him. I mean, why would they trade a young guy that's playing, like, really good? But can you imagine Jamal Murray and Malik Monk backcourt in Charlotte? That could be a very good start to a rebuild process, just in my opinion. Just in my opinion. Next, we got Willie Hernangomez on the Atlanta Hawks. Hernangomez played very well for the Knicks last season, and he just hasn't really gotten an opportunity in New York lately. I think they've been giving him minutes as of late, but at the beginning of the season, he wasn't playing any minutes, and now the Hawks, he would go over to the Hawks, and he would have all the minutes in the world, because the Hawks are a very young rebuilding, not young, but a very rebuilding team. Like they just don't have any answers. But I think Willie Hernangomez and the Hawks, I think Hernangomez could potentially have a good season over there. That's it for me, y'all. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course hit that subscribe button like I said at the beginning of the video. For this Crushables, I'm going to do Western Conference tomorrow, and I'm saying peace.